Well, time to talk about this fucking cunt. So this video wasn't really made under pressure or anything. That's kind of the first thing that I want to say right off the bat. But this video is about my now ex-girlfriend, RihannaDeleonVA, and just how much of a fucking wild card she was, and how much of a fucking insane person she is. However, I cannot go over everything across all 4 documents in this one video, as there is way too much to cover, but of course I'll be linking them down in the description below, and I will, of course, be showing the most detrimental parts of all of this, because it's all fucked up and insane. Let me start off with the racism shit, because it's fucking awful. Oh, that fucking bitch. You gotta be kidding me. Is everyone just retarded? Whoa, calm down. You don't want to say anything crazy that will get you in trouble. Robotomy said that you manipulated him into making that vid. There that pride go. You know excessive pride is a sin, right? Right, but because he said, stop harassing me, I think he's a faggot, and he should go back to Africa. You're talking about Cash? I'm confused. The burnt cigarette head, yeah. Oh my god, you're racist. You must be an Aries or something because you have no filter. I don't care, laugh my ass off. He should just go shift back to picking cotton. What the fuck? How did I fucking date this bitch? Someone who's like 15, shut the fuck up. If you like Cash, your opinions are invalid to me. Quiet please, the adult is talking. You're young, shut the fuck up and go back to selling drugs. Yo, you was insane. It's shame. I saw you like family, you know? Everyone in the DOTV server is like family to me. I wanted nothing more than for you to be a part of this project and help us. And you should go back to your own country. And you should go back to your insane asylum where you belong because you're not well in the head. You realize you're fucking yourself up talking like this. You're literally proving what everyone has said to be true. Aw, thank you. You flatter me too much. Oh, honey, I'm only acting this way because you've pushed me to my limit. This was all your fault, and it always will be for me. My fault? How? I did nothing. And I'm going to enjoy the day when I eventually kill each and every single one of you and destroy all of your mentalities. Whether I have to eat your flesh or not, I'm going to enjoy killing all of you and committing mass genocide when that day comes. Rihanna, please tell me you're joking and that you don't mean that. Please, for your own safety. You're all gonna die soon, and I'll be sure I'm the one who causes all the pain and torture. You thought it hurt mentally? I promise you one thing. It's going to hurt more physically when I crush your skulls under my foot and use my dad's Glock on you. Sorry. I'm sorry. I can't take this shit fucking seriously. God damn. Saw your community post and all I gotta say is, I hate you. I hate all of who side with you and the retard. And if I end up becoming a serial killer or a cannibal one day, I'll make sure that you're the first ones to be deceased and eaten whole. Good luck with that. You're fired. You are shameful. Like I care, faggot retard. Okay, I'm just genuinely tired of this. You made a mistake, and you should have no reason making it public that you were in the wrong, since you had no issue making it public about you harassing me and the others. I will leave it at this, for the sake of you and I. You can apologize privately and just go on about your life and career. But this alone shows you haven't changed. Your attitude, your hesitance, your stalling, it goes to show that this didn't matter one bit to you. I will let you continue down your own path. I don't want you interacting with me ever or harassing anyone else like this in the future. Have a good day. Okay. P.S. It doesn't take 2 hours to delete some post and apologize. Learn from this and try your best to change. Huh. You're actually somewhat nice and encouraging to me for once. Why can't you apologize to us on YouTube? Because I specifically said that I wasn't going to give the situation any more attention. Even he didn't want to see any more posts of me covering that. This ain't about him. This is about me and all the other people you threatened. And he did say that I didn't have to publicly apologize. Stop it, you know what I mean. This is beyond him now. You disrespected my family and friends. I thought you guys did actually care for him, though. I mean, that's the whole reason why you hate me, is it not? Why wouldn't you care about someone you defend? Look at you. Look at you. Look at you turning this. Look at you. Look at you turning this on me. Of course I care about him. This was about him until you threatened to kill me and other people. Stop changing the damn subject. How romantic of you, /sarcasm. Okay, so I think you are lying about what Grim said. You can't be mad at me. I tried to end it on a good note, and you're trying to be rude by making fake allegations against my friend. Anyways, I can't wait to come on Cash's corpse one day and piss on his grave, hearts. If he didn't do anything wrong and keeps whining, I'm gonna give him a reason to whine when I rape his corpse. Rape allegation, punishable by law in any state. It's not gonna matter to me when he'll already be dead when I get my hands on him. For the record, all of these screenshots are from the new document that was released a couple of days ago, and not from the old one that I saw all the way back in March. Now we come to the obvious question. Why did you still date her after knowing all of this stuff? Well, it's a very complicated answer. For one, I had no idea about the necrophilic shit and all of the racism stuff. All of that is on the new document, not the old one. So why did you still date her despite knowing everything you knew from the old document? My honest response to that? She never showed any signs of anything like that when I was with her, or when she was in my server. She showed no signs of anything of that nature, which made me believe that she had truly changed. Plus, in a public live stream, she said that all of it was true and that she had apologized and she was planning to move on from all of it.
Because majority of people, when they hear about this type of stuff, they're going to defend themselves, obviously.
Right.
But, like, they never actually own up to their actions. And that's what I was, trying to do whenever that document was created at the time. And
right.
I already did that. But, a ton of people, they like to bring it back up. They like to kind of like raise it from the dead, I suppose. But in the end, I'm just like, hey, I admitted that what I did was wrong and I am learning to improve myself. And I have been improving myself. So,
right. And me being the naive little prick that I am who believes in redemption and can believe that some people, not all, but some people can change, I was under the impression that she had changed for the better. And that seemed to be the case, because during the 3 months that I dated her, we didn't fight, we didn't argue, there was no drama between her or anyone else that I knew personally, so I was under the complete and 100 honest impression that she had changed. Looking back on it now, however, I believe the only reason why she was so nice and kind was that if she found out that me, the guy that exposes everyone, caught wind of all of this, and she wasn't nice and kind, and she didn't say all those nice things, she would have been like, oh shit, now I'm fucked because the guy that exposes people is going to expose me. I genuinely feel like that's what happened. That makes the most logical sense to me. I don't know, it's just really weird. Now we come to the part of the video where we talk about her first deleted response. She had made a full Google Doc going briefly into everything that was brought up against her. And she barely touched any of the subjects, and to me, this whole thing just seemed like a, oh, well, this is why I did this, and this is why I did this type of response. This document will not have any categories or parts, as I want to get straight to the point while writing this, no sugarcoating it. I've been hearing all of your pleas to respond to the allegations and accusations, and I'm here to give you an answer. However, all the users involved in this will be anonymous for the sake of not being harassed. Within the first short paragraph, she already is fucking up with this, because she immediately made it seem like that she was required or forced into making this document, which is obviously not the case. Firstly, I want to address the accusations of me suicide baiting due to that one YouTuber's short that featured me. I just want to say that I have more personal issues in wanting to commit suicide, which you will soon find out why. But no, this is not suicide baiting. Firstly, yes, I am responsible for saying slurs such as retard and faggot, and I still say them to this day. While I am able to claim these slurs as I am autistic and pansexual, I understand that it was very unprofessional of me to say those things in a state of mind where I was being accused of other stuff, which we will now move on to and discuss. Next is the accusation of me being racist. While I actually have nothing against people of color, as I'm quite literally am a Latina and Hispanic, I understand that I should not have brought race into the conversation of me being confronted and making said racist remarks against him by making unoriginal racist jokes. Oh right, my bad, I forgot that just because you're Latina means that you can't be held responsible for being racist. Get the fuck out of here. This has also been an issue as my mother's ex-boyfriend is quite literally racist by saying the N-word constantly and even adding the hard R at the end, even as I've stated several times that I'm not comfortable with hearing that word coming from a non-black person. He might say it in terms of a joke, but it is not funny to me. It's unfortunate how his behavior has sadly passed down to me. Okay, so you're blaming your dad for being racist? That's not how that works. What the fuck? And I apologize for mine and his words. I love all of my black mutuals so much, and I would never wish any harm on them, both mentally and physically. All that was an immature, edgy teen and an unoriginal joke talked to me by my mom's ex-boyfriend. I know it's not a justification for my words that are effective to the black community, and I apologize again for my immature behavior. I understand now that I shouldn't have brought the person's race to begin with. Next is the main one people have been telling me to discuss about, so it's time we talk about the grooming and rape allegations. Throughout my life, I have been sexually assaulted and abused as a child by a 50-year-old priest. Throughout my entire childhood, I have never actually said anything until I was 14 years old because I was assaulted and abused for long periods of time. And I unfortunately gained an addiction to sexual activities and even an addiction to sexualization in general. I would constantly masturbate, look at porn daily, make not safe for work art of any original characters or me, and I took it as far as to make others uncomfortable with my sexualization. At age 16, I sent an image of me in a swimsuit with a text message, "A little gift for you," heart emoji, in a way of sexualizing me and seducing, as this happened a day after a predator asked me for nudes. Little did I know that I would end up sending said swimsuit image to a 14-year-old who was also my best friend at the time. While it wouldn't be considered illegal or pedophilia as we were both under the age of 18 and the Romeo and Juliet laws only consist of having an age gap or any relationship to at least be 3 years between, I should have asked his age before sending him anything, even saying anything sexual to him, as his age was not in his bio while I was still friends with him. While I know it is no excuse, I understand that I should have asked his age first, and that I shouldn't have sent sexual image of myself to random strangers as it would be seen as child pornography, which I don't want. I would also like to make an announcement that I will be unfriending and unadding all mutuals under the age of 17 once I turn 18 for the sake of everyone's safety, not just my own. I hope you all can support my decision of that once I do it. Again, I apologize to anyone I've made uncomfortable with my sexualization and sexual talking in general. Final thing I want to discuss is the accusations of rape, cannibalism, and mass murder/genocide. If you are unaware of what I'm referring to, the 14-year-old ended up getting me fired from several roles and framing me as a pedophile or a hazard to children, kind of rightfully so. Because of this, I was burning with anger after losing several projects and immediately crashed out and saying some, not great stuff, let's say. Examples being, I'm going to kill you with my dad's gun, I'm going to eat your flesh, and I'm going to rape him and piss on his grave. Yeah, not so great stuff. Disgusting, even on that last part. Oh, you fucking think? What the fuck? Get the fuck out of here, man. While I admit that the majority of the things said to me were mostly taught to me by extremely messed up and twisted people that I sadly am around, I know that that is still no excuse to what I said, and I cannot change that. Now, before anyone starts calling me a psychopath in the comments, I just want to say that I never actually caused that sort of harm to others, as I have family members who are victims of rape, and that I actually was born from my mother being raped by my biological father, which I think she should have aborted me when she had the chance, to be honest with you. I also just really wouldn't have the strength or balls to do it. I'm a pussy. I know that I talk, but I never actually do anything, which is actually good that I don't plan on doing any of that kind of stuff. However, I know this does not change my words months ago, and I apologize especially for saying it. That was disgusting, and in all honesty, just unnecessary of me to say. Like, was that really needed? Looking back at that while writing this, it seemed I was just both stupid and just a childish emo teen. Wow, that's kind of putting it lightly, don't you think? I was just a childish emo teen, and that's why I was saying all of this bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck are we doing here? The last page of this doesn't really matter because it's just her saying, oh, I'm going to go and get help, and I'm going to go and get some therapy, and I'm planning to take a break from YouTube, and that sort of thing. So that part's not really important. What is important is the fact that this document was deleted right after I talked to her. Speaking of me talking to her, I tried to tell her, hey, you need to go out there and you need to face the music of this new document that was just released, and you need to talk about it. And she went on to this long rant about how she shouldn't have to do it, and how she's already talked about it, and that I'm just bringing up shit from 6 months ago, and that the majority of the people actually deserved it, and they needed to go to hell, and all this dumb bullshit. So she was, once again, changing the story of why she shouldn't have to go and discuss it with anyone. She even tried doing the suicide bait shit with me by saying I'd rather be in the hands of Satan and I'd rather overdose or whatever the fuck she was talking about. While I was trying to tell her, hey, you need to go and discuss it so you could prove all this wrong and try to defend yourself on this, or at least admit to what you did. Speaking of which, I had a long talk with her about this, and I tried to keep telling her, hey, you need to go and get some therapy. You need to go seek professional help. If you want to deal with all of this, you need to get off the internet, you need to try to get some help, and you need to get some therapy, you need to get something. You need to get some help, take medication, stay off the internet for a while. And she just kept on hammering home weird-ass questions that had absolutely nothing to do with what I was talking about. Like, how do you know that these people aren't gonna be hurt by me leaving, and like all this weird shit. And I don't know what she was trying to do, and she was like thinking that like I wasn't trying to help her or some shit. I don't know if she was having a fucking episode. I don't know if she was having some type of fucking dementia episode or something. I don't know if she was having a fucking Winter Soldier moment with the eyes rolling into the back of her head. I have no fucking clue. And it's also weird because she also said that like her parents defended her actions or something like that. So I don't know what the fuck this story has come to, because it has changed so many times from her perspective, from saying that people deserved it to it was because of hormones, and it was because of my mother's ex-boyfriend, and it was because of pedophiles and shit that I've turned out this way, and this and that. So the story is all over the fucking place, and it's hard for even me, as somebody as skillful in looking into the backgrounds that people can be, for the most part anyway, to keep up with, because I can't even keep up with this, but it's a whole massive steaming pile of shit. I want you to explain something to me, please. We were just talking about this. You want the drama to be over with. You want people to stop, quote, harassing you, right? That's what you want. So instead of admitting what you've done, you keep on trying to find excuses to not say anything about it. That's what it's coming off to me right now, okay? That's what it's coming off to, and that's what it's sounding like to me. I'm telling you, you need to get some help. If you want to start healing, you need to first admit that there is a problem, so the problem can be resolved. I don't know what you want me to tell you. The only reason why I stuck by you was because I wanted to defend you. The reason why I wanted to defend you was because I thought that you had changed. And there was still...
You didn't have to.
I wanted to. You told me...
Why?
Because you told me, you said to me in a live stream, you said to me that, yes, I do admit, what was going on. I do admit it. And then you were doing stuff 2 months ago that I had no idea about as well. I don't understand. You were doing stuff at the beginning of this year when I first met you. I had no idea about it. You were doing stuff 2 months ago when we first started dating. No, I'm sorry, 3 months ago.
This has been going on for years. This is nothing new.
Why haven't you gotten any help? You keep saying that you want help, and then you don't want help, and then you want help again, and then you don't want help. Which one is it? Do you or do you not want help?
Because my parents think that there's nothing wrong with me. I have to constantly hide, and I have to constantly say that I'm fine. I'm not fine, but I don't want them to know that. I don't want them to see the pain and the hurt and the remorse that I have. I don't want them to see that.
They're worried for you.
I don't want them to be worried.
They want to help you, Rihanna. I want to help you. I want other people to help you. We want to help you change. But we can't because you won't admit that there is a problem. You're saying the same song and dance to me right now is that you have said to everybody else that has tried to help you. I want to see you grow. I want to see you change. I want you to change. I want you to admit that there is a problem. And you have admitted to me multiple times that there is a problem. But you don't want to go out and seek help. And you keep
Because I don't want to worry people.
Then how is the problem going to be solved? Then how is the problem going to be solved? I don't understand that.
I just don't want anybody else close to me getting hurt. By me.
Nobody's going to get hurt because of you. You're only hurting yourself.
How do you know that?
It's from what I've seen. The evidence, the screenshots, everything.
How do you know that they're not gonna... How do you know that they're not gonna get hurt? You don't know what could happen. You don't know anything about them.
You're right. I don't know anything about it, but what I do know is that you're not making the situation any better for yourself. You're making it worse for yourself. Every minute that passes currently, you are making it worse for yourself. I am trying very hard here to tell you and explain to you that if you do not get help, if you do not admit your faults, all of it will be fucked for you. Your life, your career, everything. If you admit to everything, yeah, your life and everything will still be fucked, but it won't be as fucked as if you keep on trying to hide from it. You're running from your problems and it's not going to help you. Like, I know that I'm sounding like as if this is some dumb romance drama or something along those lines, but it's true. You need to get help before anybody else can help you. I've said this several times throughout this entire conversation. I've seen your document. I've seen what it says. You're trying to, people that I know were raped and molested and all of that. That's not an excuse for why you are the way you are.
I never said it was an excuse.
Then why that's what the document says. I'm looking right at it with my own two eyes.
I quite literally put that there is no justification to it at all. There's no justification to anything I've done.
So then why are you if you say that there's no justification, why do you keep
And you're right, it is my fault.
I'm not the first one. I'm not the first one that has told you this, though. That's what I'm trying to say here. I'm not the first one that's told you this. There are many people before me that have told you this, that have tried explaining this to you. And for some reason, you don't want to listen. You tried to flip it on me by saying, well, I thought you cared about me, Oliver. I do care. I want you to get help. But you continuously denying help is not going to make you better. It's not going to change the situation. It's not going to make you better. I don't know what you want me to say about that. I don't get it with you. Like, people have shown me their personal DMs with you via video share or, screen share or screenshots. I've seen it all. A lot of people have tried to help you. They know that you're a bad person. They know that you're a bad person, but they're trying to help you, just like I'm trying to help you. The only reason I defended you was because that I cared. The only reason that I defended you was because people, like, I pinned your comments. I did everything because I thought you were taking it seriously. I thought you were trying to, you know, actually admit your faults. Like, hey guys, you know, I did something wrong. But no, you're in the comments calling people broke and constantly defending yourself by saying, because you keep on changing the story as to why you do what you do. First you say it's because of mental health, and then you say it's because of hormones. Now you're saying to me that it's because of some other fucking bullshit reason. You've changed the story so many times. It's so fucked up. I want you to get help, Rihanna. I want you to get help. I want you to see a professional. I want you to admit yourself. It's not going to get better unless you do something about it. And you constantly saying that, like, I don't want to be alive anymore, I don't deserve to be alive. That's just adding fuel to the fire, because all you're proving is just that you can't handle this. You can't admit that when you are wrong. You're falling back on that. I'm sorry to say it, but you are falling back on suicide bait. I'm sorry to tell you, but that's the way that it is.
How is it suicide baiting when I've been trying to do it for a very long time, even before this whole thing ever happened?
Better question, why haven't you tried to seek help because of it?
I have been trying. I had to go through 10 years of being SA'd. And then, like, whenever I was 14, I finally said something. And then whenever I did, there was an investigation. The investigation is still going on. And I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if they're going to take him to court. I don't know if I'm going to have to go to court. I don't know if I'm going to have to defend myself in court. I don't know.
I just gotta pause it right here before I lose my fucking mind. She's telling me that, that she was sexually assaulted by a priest for 10 years, and then she said something about it. So, from the age of 4 to 14, she was sexually assaulted, and for 3 years, there's been no new leads, there's been no new, discoveries, there's been nothing along those lines in 3 years. If I know anything about the police, even though that I fucking hate the police, hashtag fuck the police and all that, because, I don't like the cops, but what I do know is that they're usually more investigative on that type of matter. They usually dig into that fully, balls deep in there, so I don't know where the fuck she's coming up with this there's been no nothing for 3 years. That doesn't make any sense to me.
And I've been trying everything.
You need to admit...
I've tried going to a mental hospital twice. I've tried several therapists, and majority of them, they either just moved out, or they just never worked out, or they never cared. I tried talking to my parents, and they just keep defending me. They keep defending my actions. I tried talking to friends. I've tried taking medication. I've tried doing my own hobbies.
I can't listen. I wanted to defend you. I really did. But I can't. I don't know what you want me to say to you. You're telling me that you've taken medication, you've tried to go to a mental hospital, you've tried to talk to your parents about it, you've tried to go to the police about this, about everything, and you're saying that nothing's working. So I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I'm telling you exactly, and what I know, that everybody else has been telling you the exact same thing that I am telling you right now. I do not know what you want me to say or do for you. If I stay in contact with you, that's gonna look bad on me. If I don't stay in contact with you, that's gonna also be bad for me, because then that makes me feel like I failed, that you didn't want to go and get help. You didn't want to see a professional. I genuinely don't know what you want me to tell you right now. I've never been, in my nearly 2 years of being on YouTube, in my years of going to school, and my years of dealing with family issues and all of that, I have never ever been, I can't even think of the right words to describe it, honestly. I have never been so confuddled, confused, bewildered, exasperated. I do not know what you want me to say to you. Taking a break from the internet, it'll only help slightly, but what's that going to change? All you're doing when you come back, people are just gonna keep doing the same stuff to you again. And people are gonna continue to say, oh, that's Rihanna, she's the pedophile, she's the necrophile, she's this and she's that. So going and getting help and admitting your fault would be the right thing to do, don't you think?
Why do you care?
Oh my god.
Why do you care about anything that happens to me?
Because I'm trying to help you.
Is that the only reason why?
What other reason would I possibly have?
Okay.
What? No. Okay. Tell me what other reason would I possibly have for not trying to help you? Other than trying to help you, what other reason would I possibly have? What other motive would I possibly have? Please, enlighten me. Please, enlighten me. Please, blow me away. Surprise me.
I don't know, maybe because I thought that you actually loved me and that you still did, even though I'm just a messed up person?
I thought you had changed. I really did. I thought that you had changed. And you told me that you had apologized to people about it. You know, but I'm hearing from many people that the apology was half-baked and it sounded terrible and all this and that. But, you know, this was a year ago or however long ago it was. And they had... The person that even made the document on you and people that are making videos about you, they are willing to talk to you. Do you not feel like that means anything? I did love you. I did. I absolutely did. And I did care about you. But I cannot love and care about you if you cannot get help. I want to see you change. I want to see you grow up. I want to see you become a better person. Not just for everybody else, but for yourself. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I'm telling you the exact same thing that people have been telling you for, I don't know, 2-3 years maybe? Like, I'm sounding like a broken record while talking to you, but I genuinely don't know what you want me to tell you. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to have you seek professional help, and you're trying to deny it right now. You don't want it, but how is that going to make the problem better? How is that going to fix anything? How? Explain that to me, please. How? I do not like being blunt with you, but if there is no other way for you to understand the pain and suffering that you were going through and the pain and suffering that you have caused, I do not know what you want me to tell you and how you want me to be. I don't. I simply don't. I think you can tell that even I was struggling to keep it together because I was trying so hard not to go off on her and start going on a tirade of how much of a fucking moron she was. After another 10-something minutes of us going back and forth, she said, all right, I'll go and get therapy, whatever. And she said that she was going to take a break from the internet, and I said, okay, and we went our separate ways. I checked back on her channel, and she left this community post with the document, like the newer one that was made, and she said, yep, all of it is true, and I plan to take a break from the internet. So I'm thinking to myself, oh, hey, you know, she's actually handling it like a mature adult. She's actually planning on changing and shit. I was so fucking naive to that fact that it makes me sick thinking back on it. Shortly after her community post was set up, my friend DM'd me a screenshot of a conversation between him and Rihanna, and she said that something along the lines of that I was only planning to ever use her for sex, and that I was planning to, you know, comfort her and all this shit, but it was most likely me trying to comfort her. Where in the flying fuck did you manage to get the idea that I was planning to use you for sex? Ever. Where the fuck did you get that fucking sentiment ever? You fucking moron bitch. I will admit that me and her, we were very sexual towards each other, but it was nothing to the extreme of like sending nudes or anything like that. It was just dirty talk and sexual tension and all that dumb bullshit. Like that was it. Like flirtatious words and this and that. It was nothing over the extreme of like nudes or sending dirty pictures and shit of each other. to each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was nothing like that. Plus, I had always comforted her after every stream. I would always talk to her ever so kindly after every stream, during the stream, and whatever. And if you were to go back and watch my previous streams, whenever she was in one of them, you could always see that she was being very, very suggestive and flirtatious, even while I was okay with it, I didn't think it was okay for people, you know, to see that shit on display publicly, if that makes sense. And as she said in the Google Doc that I showed you earlier that was deleted by her, she said that she was hypersexual to begin with. How the fuck are you going to try to blame me for something that you wanted and something that you insinuated? How the fuck do you come to that point? And it doesn't help that I believe that she's spreading bullshit about me as well, because there was this comment, sorry about your boyfriend breaking up with you, I'd be better than him, no cap, and I responded with, really? Like, I don't know if she's like shit-talking me behind the scenes or what, I don't know what she's doing, but she's not changing. She's not going to change. She's not planning on changing. She fucked it up for me because I really, really thought that I had gotten through to her, but no, she just proved everybody else and everything that everyone else has been saying the past, I don't know, 2-3 years correct. I am so sorry to everyone that has had to deal with her. I am so sorry that I even tried to fathom the chance of trying to defend her. I am so sorry for that, because now I realized how much of a fucking moron I was for trying to do that, because if this is how she acts on the regular, I am scared to know what the fuck she acts like in real life, and not on the internet. What a fucking moron. Get the flying fuck out of here. I don't know, guys. My mind is just fucking broken right now. My mind is just spiraling. I'm like looking at this and I'm like, what the fuck? You know, it's just like, what the flying fuck, you know? But that's where I'm gonna leave this off. She just proved everybody right. She's not gonna change. She's never gonna change. She's not seeking professional help at all, because she's still in the comments of her fucking community post and it's like talking about tea parties or some fucking fag ass shit. I don't fucking know, but she is not gonna change. She's not planning on changing, and she's a fucking moron. Wish her the best, but you're a fucking moron, and I fucking hate you, but whatever. Like I said at the beginning of the video, all the documents in chronological order, I believe, will be linked down in the description below, so you guys can check it out for yourself. But that's where I'm gonna end this video. I'm tired of dealing with this bullshit subject with her. Fuck her life, fuck everything about her. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Sayonara.